Good morning, Reformation Lutheran Church and School. This is Miss Jen reporting from the RLCS newsroom. We have breaking news of wild and wonderful animals being observed in the mountains. Our first guest in the studio happens to have come here early. Let's see who it is. Ooh, you know what this is? It is a grizzly bear. And here is a mom with her cubs. So cute. The grizzly bear has brown fur, but hairs on the shoulders and back that have white tops which give them a grizzled look. And that is why they are known as grizzly bears. The grizzly bear is also known as a brown bear and weighs 300 to 1,500 pounds. Whoa, that's a lot of weight. And it can stand up to 8 feet tall. Oh man, that's super tall. Male grizzly bears can be twice as big as females, and a cub can weigh 200 pounds by the time it's 1 year old. Wow. Even though grizzly bears are extremely large, they can run up to 35 miles per hour. The grizzly bear looks different from other bears because of its long curved claws, humped shoulders, and the face that looks like it's been pushed in. The female usually gives birth to 2 cubs that weigh only 1 pound when they are born. The newborn grizzly bear cubs don't have any fur when they're born, and they are blind. That means they can't see. Grizzly bear cubs stay with their mother until they are 2 or 3 years old. Grizzly bears are omnivores. That means they eat both plants and meat, and find their food with their excellent sense of smell. They like to eat berries, rodents, roots, plant bulbs, cutworm moths, and white bark pine nuts. They will also eat mountain sheep and goats, deer, moose, and elk. Sometimes grizzly bears will even eat black bears. The grizzly bear spends a lot of time searching for food and eating in the late summer and early fall. This extra food adds an extra layer of fat to its body so it can live in its den for about 4 months during the coldest weather. During that time, the grizzly bear doesn't eat or drink. Grizzly bears tend to be solitary animals. That means they like to live alone, with the exception of the female and her cubs. Brown bears dig dens in winter for hibernation. That's when they sleep for most of the winter. Often holing up in a suitable looking hillside, their heart rate slows down from 40 beats per minute down to 8 beats per minute. Wow. And they do not go to the bathroom at all during these months of slumber. Whew, I couldn't do that. They will eat up to 25 fish per day when they are preparing for hibernation. And hibernation lasts between 5 and 8 months. So during that time of 5 to 8 months, they're not eating, not drinking, and not going to the bathroom, just sleeping. Kind of sounds nice. Do you think we should try it? Probably not. Grizzly bears have a multitude of strengths. They are highly intelligent and have excellent memories. Detecting food from great distances away, grizzlies have an astute sense of smell, even better than that of a hound dog. They are good swimmers and fast runners, reaching speeds as high as 35 miles per hour over land. Young grizzlies also have the ability to climb trees to evade danger, but this skill disappears as they become bigger. Grizzlies live up to 30 years in the wild and up to 40 years in captivity. Whoa. I'm glad I don't have to come near you because you're definitely kind of scary, so I'm going to stay away, but thank you for coming. It was great learning all about you. We have our next guest in the studio, and here's our guest. Can you tell what it is? I'll put you back here. It is a timber wolf. Here's 2 timber wolves for you to look at. Timber wolves are better known as gray wolves. They are powerful wild dogs which are found in prairies, grasslands, forests, and mountain ranges. As its name indicates, the gray wolf typically has thick gray fur, although pure white or all black variations exist. Timber wolves are related to dogs and jackals. Their height can range from 26 to 32 inches at shoulder and weigh 50 to 115 pounds. Females are usually slightly smaller. Timber wolves can have up to 11 pups in a birth. Whoa, 11 kids at one time? Wow. They are ferocious hunters and they have long, sharp teeth. In winter season, many timber wolves will be found in a pack for hunting their food. They feed on smaller animals like rabbits and birds. They also attack reindeer and elks when in a large pack. Timber wolves will also thrive on any dead animals they find. Wolves usually kill animals that are easier to attack, like young, old, or wounded ones. Sometimes they might eat nuts and berries, but only if they're very hungry. A hungry wolf can eat 20 pounds of meat in a single meal, which is about the same as a human eating 100 hamburgers. I can't eat that many. And you shouldn't try either. Please don't try. Wolves live as a complex social structure as a pack, which is headed by a breeding adult pair known as the alpha male and alpha female. The pack size may vary depending on the size of the prey available. Wolves communicate within the pack by howling, scent marking, and body postures. Wolves run on their toes, which helps them to stop and turn quickly and to prevent their pads from wearing down. Most wolves do their hunting at night and are called nocturnal. Remember, that means they're awake at night and sleep during the day. Wolves can live in a variety of temperatures of both very cold and very warm. Wolves are believed to attack humans, but statistics and reports say that the number of human attacks by wolves is very small. Wow, who knew so many awesome things about you? And I'm glad you don't attack us as much as people think you do. But I still think we should make sure we stay away from each other. But thanks for coming in, Mr. Timberwolf. It was great learning all about you. Okay, friends, we have another guest in our studio. And here it is. It is called a chickadee. Put our chickadee. Actually, the chickadee's on the ground. And here is a picture of the chickadee. This one is actually called a black-capped chickadee. And they get their black cap name from the black streak that runs from their beak to their neck over the top of their head. They also have a distinctive black bib on the underside of their neck with white streaks down the sides of their face. They have gray backs and their underbellies range in color from white to light rust brown. Black-capped chickadees also have white edges on their feathers, which are larger than the edges of other chickadees. The call of the chickadee, which kind of goes like chickadee-dee-dee-dee, can be incredibly complex. So it's a lot harder than me trying to make it. And can convey information about their flock, mating status, and nearby threats. Chickadees will add more D sounds to their call when a threat is nearby. Chickadees often like to hide in dense vegetation, so even when they are nearby other chickadees, they often cannot see them. Their calls help them find each other and then regroup. Chickadees like to sleep in thickets, dense shrubs, and inside cavities of trees where they feel safe when not nesting. When chickadees are nesting, which is during April to June timeframe, they will find a hole in a tree, usually 3 to 21 feet off the ground. The male and female chickadee will dig extra space if the hole is not deep enough to support their nest. Chickadees are hoarders of bird seeds. That means they try and find as many as they can. And they will hide seeds in many different places that only they know about. And you remember thousands of these locations. Chickadees fly at a speed of around 12 to 13 miles per hour. Chickadees usually have one brood of young per year, but may have a second brood if they lose the first. During the summer, chickadees primarily eat insects and will often gorge themselves on caterpillars. They will also catch flying insects in midair as they hop from branch to branch in trees and take short, quick flights between shrubs. During the winter months, they will change their diet and primarily eat seeds and berries, and can often be attracted by black oil sunflower seeds. Black-capped chickadees are much more tolerant of humans' nearby bird feeders than other birds, and will even eat seed from a person's hand if they think that person is not a threat. The chickadee makes at least 15 different calls to communicate with its flockmates and offspring. The best known is the chickadee that gives the bird its name. Male chickadees also sing a short ditty or two of 2 or 3 whistled notes, one higher and slightly longer, followed by 1 or 2 lower and shorter ones, like Phoebe or Phoebe. So, the name suggests the chickadee. The black-capped chickadee can be found in deciduous and mixed deciduous coniferous woodlands, open woods and parks, willow thickets, and cottonwood groves. They are also commonly found in fields and suburban areas. These small birds build nests in holes, typically in dead trees or rotten branches. The nest is made of coarse materials such as moss and is lined with soft material like fur. The female lays 6 to 8 white eggs, which are marked with fine spots of reddish brown. She incubates the eggs for 12 to 13 days until they hatch. The young are naked, they don't have their feathers, and helpless with small patches of down, so a little bit of feathers, but not many. And the chicks grow quickly and fledge, that means leave the nest, in 14 to 18 days. To keep warm, the chickadees erect its soft, thick feathers to trap warm air close to its body. This serves as good insulation against the cold. The black-capped chickadee is about 12 to 15 centimeters. That's only 5 to 6 inches long and weighs 9 to 15 grams. So that's 0.32 to 0.49 ounces. Whoa, less than half an ounce? That's extremely light. And the male and female black-capped chickadees look the same. Wow, who knew you could make so many interesting noises? And I know I didn't do a good job making your noise, and I'm sorry for that. But I'm so glad you still came in to talk to us today. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, someone, where's our next guest? Wait, I have notes for our next guest. What do you mean they're running late? Sorry, guys, our next guest is running late. I guess I just have to show you the picture and we'll go with it. Hopefully they'll show up, but I'm sorry. So here's what our next guest would have looked like. Our next guest was the red fox. It is the largest and most well-known of the fox species. Red foxes have short, pointed, triangular black ears, a pointed snout, and long, bushy tail tipped in white. Like a cat's, the fox's thick tail helps it balance, but it has other uses as well. The tail or brush of a red fox can be like a flag to communicate with other red foxes. The tail is also something of a food store. Its back, sides, and head are usually covered with orangish-red fur, and its neck and chest are covered with white fur. Its legs and paws are normally black. Red foxes have long snouts and red fur across their face, back, sides, and tail. I need to fire this copy editor. You guys gotta edit these things. Come on. Red foxes are about 3 feet long and 2 feet tall. Red foxes hunt alone. Because they are carnivorous, that means they like to eat meat. They feed on rodents, birds, rabbits, and other small animals. However, some red foxes eat fruit and vegetables, fish, frogs, and even worms. The red fox will continue to hunt even when it's full. It stores leftover food to eat later. Red foxes hunt mostly at night, sunset, and dawn. The vixen, which is another name for a female fox, normally gives birth to a litter of 2 to 12 pups. So that's what they call their babies, pups. When red foxes are born, they are brown or gray. Although a new red coat usually grows in 1 month, some red foxes have other colored coats such as golden, reddish brown, silver, or even black. Foxes generally do not sleep in dens unless they are females who are giving birth to or raising cubs. Female foxes seek out dens made by other animals like rabbits or badgers, but will dig their own if necessary. Foxes in the wild curl up in a ball out in the open to sleep, keeping warm by covering themselves with their bushy tails. Foxes have whiskers on their legs as well as around their faces, which they use to help them find their way. Foxes have also been known to climb trees and settle on low branches. I'm sorry we couldn't get our guests to come today, but maybe they'll show up another day. That's all from this segment. This is Miss Jen reporting from the RLCS newsroom. May God bless you and your family.